Ah, eggs, milk, and a little bit of honey. Oh, delicious. What do we used to call it? Eggnog? I think so. Anyway, g'day. This is Ray. Welcome to another episode informing you about life in Thailand. Since there's so much published about foreign criminals in Thailand, I thought it might be fair if I tell you about some of the current crimes committed by Thais. So, this video is about 6 recent crime incidents in Thailand, each with its unique circumstances and consequences. From a brutal sword attack to a family dispute over drug use, embezzlement of an elderly mother's savings, and a police raid on a gambling den. These cases shed light on the country's criminal landscape. But first, we have had some heavy rain every day for a month now. And looking at this 10-day forecast, there's not much chance of change in the near future. As you can see, over the next week, nothing changes but the temperature. Other than that, a 60% chance of thunderstorms every day. Does this rain concern me? You bet it does. For those of you that don't know, just after we acquired some riverside land about 2 years ago, and thankfully before any improvements were made, the land got covered by a metre of water. The neighbours said that this was the first time for 30 years. So then we had to decide, is this a once in a 30-year event or could it happen again? So we decided to hedge our bets and decided it could happen again. And the city was doing some excavating about 500 metres away. So my wife, Jen, chatted with the boss down there, and he had agreed to dump the excavated soil on our land. Now he had to dump it somewhere, and being so close, he saved a lot of money on fuel, and we didn't pay anything. Anyway, with that soil, we built the land up a little more than a metre. And at this point, we're bloody grateful that we did. The once in 30-year event happened again. As of this morning, the water is only about 30 centimetres from the top of our land. And looking at the forecast, I have some worries that we may not have built up high enough. We shall see. After watching the video, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe, then click the bell and click all. Okay, here's a few crimes committed by Thais over the past couple of months. Up in arms is the first. Wihan, 41, was arrested by Sriracha police for brutally attacking liquor store owner Panitan Buakli, 39, with a metre-long sword, resulting in the amputation of his arm. The attack was a result over a dispute over Wihan smoking in front of the shop on March 31st. Wihan returned to the shop on April 2nd with a group of teenagers hidden behind a sedan and attacked Panitan without provocation. Panitan's wife, Daraporn Kuliatep, 39 years old, called for help, and Wihan fled the scene. Wihan fled the scene. Panita was taken to a hospital where surgeons were able to reattach his arm. Wihan, his son, and the group of teenagers were later found and taken in for questioning. Wihan was charged with attempted murder, while the teenagers were unlikely to face any charges. I don't quite understand that, but this is Thailand. Now this guy, he just wouldn't listen. A Surat Thani man paid with his life after his family asked him repeatedly to quit taking illegal drugs and stop beating them up, but he refused. Bangsawan police arrested Chalermsak Nung Chunak for shooting his brother-in-law Kittikorn Tongchat after a dispute over drug use. Chalermsak, an assistant village head, shot Kitty Corn in the nape of the neck with a 9mm handgun at Kitty Corn's Praesang district home. Kitty Corn's wife, Tipawam Chunak, had previously called police due to her husband's drug use, but he continued to relapse. The couple had 3 children together. Chalermsak admitted to attacking Kitty Corn after pleading with him to stop using drugs, stating he couldn't stand to see his sister hurt. No information was provided on the charges Chalermsak will face. Now, this greedy cow just couldn't wait. Mawadee Sriwirat, 57 years old, has been sentenced to 12 years in prison without suspension by the Supreme Court for stealing 24 million baht from her sick elderly mother, Hue Sriwirat. She's 86. Mawadee made hundreds of small withdrawals from her mother's savings account using her fingerprint without her consent with the assistance of bank staff. The withdrawals began in 2017 while Miss Hue was being treated for coronary disease in the hospital. The lower court found Mawadee guilty of 6 counts of embezzlement in 2019, and both the appeal and Supreme Courts upheld the sentence. Now, who would have thought a police inspector would be among gamblers arrested in Phuket? 32 gamblers were arrested in a police raid on a gambling den in downtown Muang district of Phuket. The raid took place on the 2nd floor of a commercial floor of Charawen Road in Tambon Taladjai, around 1 a.m. The gamblers attempted to flee but were approached by the police. The arrested individuals included both men and women and gambling equipment along with 1,700 baht in cash, which was seized. That doesn't sound like a lot of money for what, that amount of people in there gambling. It must be small stakes. Why bother? Anyway, they were all taken to Muang police station for legal proceedings. The raid was conducted following an investigation into illegal gambling activities at the location. A police inspector from the Provincial Police Region 8 was reportedly among those arrested, prompting an ongoing investigation into the officer's involvement. Surely a police inspector was not gambling. I reckon he was probably doing undercover work. What do you think? Well, they get started young here. Bangkok police arrested 6 members of the Tang Doan Sewer crime syndicate in Nong Chok district on charges including attempted murder, assault, drug and gun possession. The operation lasted 36 hours and was part of a crackdown on crime and violence ahead of the Songkran holiday. I apologize in advance for my decimation of Thai names, okay? If you haven't noticed, they're bloody hard to pronounce, so I just take my best shot. The arrested individuals were Natawat Trai King, Nawa Punede Ek, Arak Pando, Burapa Raksakon, Parisa Sawarod, and an unnamed 15-year-old. 9 illegal firearms and ammunition were seized from a house in Soi Liab Wari in Nongchok. The gang was involved in various criminal activities like robbery, attempted murder, drug dealing, and weapons trafficking, causing fear among local residents. Acting on a tip-off, police apprehended 2 suspects at a convenience store, leading to the arrest of 4 others at the house in Soiliab Wari. The gang leader attempted to flee, but was injured and captured. The gang was identified as a significant firearms dealer in the area, having sold over 2,000 firearms online, with reports of customers being robbed when trying to collect their purchases. On April 16th of this year, Muang Patum Thani police reported a case where 3 teenagers, allegedly shot at a taxi carrying 5 grandchildren, resulting in a 10-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl being injured. The incident occurred after a road dispute where the taxi driver, Mr. Surapon, flashed his headlights to warn the reckless teenagers. You know, you don't flash your headlights in Thailand. People get pissed off. Crazy, isn't it? In response, one of the teenagers gave an inappropriate hand sign, leading to a heated exchange. The teenagers then allegedly shot at the taxi and fled the scene. The injured children were taken to Pathum Thani Hospital. Police are investigating and suspect the teenagers used an illegal shotgun. Wow, yeah, okay. They have pledged to hold the suspects accountable as soon as possible due to the involvement of young children. I gotta wonder, does that mean it would not be so quick if the injured were adults? Again, this is Thailand. I think that by now you can see that Thailand has enough bad guys already. We don't need any more. I'd be interested to know what percentage of Thais are bad and what percentage of tourists are bad. That'd make a decent comparison. Okay, Cobbers, I've said my bit. Now I'd like to know your thoughts or questions on today's topic. So pop those in the comments. And until the next time, Uru.